Meet Jake and Marcus. They both earn the same salary, they both want exactly the same $30,000 sedan, and they walk into the same dealership on the exact same day. But when they drive off the lot, they take completely different paths. This dashboard tracks their commitments. Jake's 36-month lease means a $2,000 drop, then a flat line of $299 a month. Marcus's 60-month loan starts with a deeper $3,000 drop and a steeper $522 line. Right out of the gate, Jake is keeping an extra $223 in his pocket every single month. Plus, he has zero anxiety about mechanical failures. If the air conditioning dies in July, it's fully covered by the manufacturer's warranty. Marcus feels the weight of that higher payment immediately. And worse, the second his tires hit the public street, that $30,000 car instantly loses about 10% of its value, even though he's paying top dollar for it. If you judge this decision entirely on month one, the winner is obvious. But isolating a financial decision to a monthly snapshot hides the mathematical reality of what happens when we project these choices into the future. Fast forward through the first 3 years. Marcus is grinding through those high payments, watching his car depreciate in real time. By year 2, his vehicle is worth around $20,000. This chart shows exactly why early auto loans are so frustrating. The steep line is the dropping value of the car, and the slower line is Marcus's loan balance. Notice how the loan stays higher than the car's value for the first couple of years. This red gap means Marcus owes more than the car is worth, a stressful position called being underwater. Let's tally the month 36 totals. Jake spent $12,764. Marcus paid $21,792. Jake has kept nearly $9,000 more in his bank account. Up to this exact moment, renting the depreciation of the vehicle mathematically beats trying to buy equity in it. But year 3 is where the paths diverge. Jake's contract is up. He does what most people do. He signs a new lease for a new car. He pays another down payment, signs for another 36 months of payments, and completely resets his financial progress to 0. Meanwhile, Marcus pushes to month 60. This timeline shows what happens at his final payment. The bank sends the title. The car is his. From this point forward, Marcus's monthly car payment drops to 0, and he owns a tangible asset. Jake is still swiping his card for $299 every month, trapped in a permanent cycle of payments. Leasing feels cheaper because it masks the structural reality of the agreement. One path is a temporary cash flow arrangement. The other is a gradual build toward owning an asset. The monthly payment dealerships slide across the desk isn't the whole story. To keep that advertised number low, leasing companies attach strict conditions to the back end of the contract. If you drive over the standard 10 to 12,000 mile limit, you're hit with a penalty, easily adding up to $1,000. A coffee stain or a scratched wheel can trigger subjective wear and tear charges. And if you don't lease another car from them, they charge a disposition fee of a few $100s just to process the return. Buyers face their own set of hidden ledgers. Once Marcus's manufacturer warranty expires around year 3 or 4, he's entirely responsible for the vehicle. Every brake pad, every set of tires, and every unpredictable $1,000 transmission repair comes directly out of his pocket. Both routes require you to spend more than the monthly payment, but a mechanic's bill preserves the life of an asset you own, while lease penalties are just fees designed to keep you on the permanent payment treadmill. To see the true cost, we have to stretch the timeline out a full decade and run a final audit. Over 10 years, Jake has cycled through 3 or 4 leases. When you add up all his down payments, monthly bills, and end-of-lease fees, his counter spins up to over $50,000. And his assets owned sits completely frozen at 0. Marcus paid off his $34,000 loan years ago. Even after adding $12,000 to $14,000 in out-of-pocket maintenance and repairs, his total spend stops around $46,000. But crucially, the paid-off older car sitting in his driveway still holds thousands of dollars in value, offsetting his final net cost. Netting it all out, buying and holding saved Marcus roughly $20,000 over a single decade, and most people will buy or lease cars for 40 to 50 years. Repeat this decade-long cycle over a lifetime of driving, and that single recurring habit creates a staggering 6-figure gap in personal wealth. Now, the math doesn't favor buying 100% of the time. There are a few very specific situations where the traditional rules break down. If you own a business or are self-employed, lease payments can often be deducted as a business expense, which can completely erase the ownership gap. It also makes sense if you drive high-end luxury vehicles, where catastrophic, out-of-warranty repair bills make the permanent warranty of a lease extremely valuable. There's also the theoretical investor loophole. If Jake took the $200 he saved every month and strictly invested it into an index fund, he could actually beat Marcus's equity. But human psychology makes that rare. Most people just spend the extra cash. For the average driver buying an average car, the winner is clear. The real mistake isn't necessarily choosing one financing path over the other. It's making a massive, 5-figure financial decision based on an immediate monthly snapshot, without ever demanding to see the final cost at the finish line.